All right, here we are. Last game of the night, option 12, White Wolf. What kind of bands do you think we're going to be seeing here, Truffle?
Well, I think that Scion needs to be a pick ban priority right off the bat. The comp that Option 12 wanted to run only had one tank, and it was a mega tank, and it was that Scion. And they were able to build a bunch of damage and just win in team fights as a result of that. So if that's the first thing I start by targeting, is the big tanky top laners.
Yeah, absolutely. But on the other hand, what I would point out is that Scion wasn't really involved in fights until the end there, when the tempo was already on option 12's side. Obviously, White Wolf gets the first pick here, so they will be able to grab the Scion if they want it. But I might look out on maybe ban out the Nocturne, because Nocturne was a big influence on that last game.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. If only for the darkness created by that paranoia, just that alone was a game-changing ability that Prowler was using to great effect. So yeah, I absolutely agree that a Nocturne ban makes sense.
Well, we'll have to see if they decide to go with it. We do have Lismachus and Prowler in the wrong positions, so they're going to make my life difficult. So, Arcane Soda, just don't ask me to switch things. That's fine. Even though you're actually in the game right now and not watching. I'm still expecting a PM. All right.
He'll notice from Champion Select.
Right, exactly. So, Lulu ban there. Get everything away from Ashway. Oh, and they decided to ban the Scion rather than risk Baconlicious picking it up.
Yeah, which just speaks to how much Option 12 values that Scion pick, that they're willing to ban it because Baconlicious might run with it. So interesting to see that. I also really like the Lulu ban. I don't know that Morgana is necessary, but maybe it is.
Oh wow, it's taking Shen away from Great Beard of Odin as well. That's rough. I'm expecting he's going to go Ornn now in response to this, but we'll see.
And that is one way to attack the comp that Option 12 ran last game, is to take away Great Beard of Odin's 2 comfort picks.
Not to mention the Lulu. We'll see what the last couple of bans are. If Option 12 does not pick someone for Ashway in this first set, which they do, they grab the Soraka immediately. Because, I mean, now that Great Beard of Odin's lost his 2 insta-locks. Though, White Wolf has shown they aren't afraid of banning Ornn. I think they banned Ornn last game. Maybe they didn't. No, they didn't. They banned, it was Anivia, Morgana, and I don't think...
I was there, I should remember.
Alright, Spicy Hot Meme grabbing the Nocturne now. Alright, so Nocturne's the new darling of the LCUS.
In fact, when I taught myself how to play Nocturne last split, I did it because I didn't want Spicy Hot Meme to play it. So, interesting that that's kind of come full circle.
Caitlyn again for Ace. So, Ace has been doing very well on that Caitlyn. It's kind of basic, but, you know, whatever. And Lux picked up, who was banned by Option 12 previously. So we'll see if White Wolf can get something done with one of Ace's favorite champions.
And also one of Primedin's favorite champions. Vigar and Lux are both huge picks for Primedin, so now he gets to show us why.
Lismachus gets his Orianna, who was banned in the previous picks. Alright, so we have top lanes that can be banned against Great Beard of Odin, and also junglers. Zac is still available, Sejuani, of course. So we'll have to see where they go with. I mean, Kayn, I would prefer someone tankier in their jungle this time, though. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, they're absolutely targeting Great Beard of Odin's tank top pool.
I'm expecting Ornn last ban here.
I'm wondering how much Great Beard of Odin has in the tank. In terms of champion pool, this might be a little bit rough.
Yeah. I'm surprised that they went with that Soraka pick. I mean, I don't know too much about Ashaway's pool, except that she likes caster supports. Yeah, there's that Ornn. God.
Oh man. Ashway's played Soraka before, both in solo queue and in LCUS, so she certainly knows how to play the champion.
I'm sorry, I'm still just blown away from her performance with Morgana last week. That I'm just surprised she didn't just go straight with that. But the sustain will be very useful if they don't have too much of a tanky lineup here, considering they just banned every champion that Great Beard of Odin has played except Nautilus.
Nautilus. Also, Morgana's been banned away both games
Oh
on
right,
account
Morgana
of
is banned.
that
Right.
great. Yeah.
Not used to Morgana getting banned first time, but that just goes to show Ashaway's talent.
After playing with Ashway for 2 splits, I got used to Morgana being banned away. So.
Alright, so Nautilus top, which is basically Great Beard of Odin going, yeah, I'm playing Nautilus top, what are you going to do about it? You're going to lose. Callista, interesting. Good thing that they banned away the Leona and the Alistar then, because Callista likes playing with those.
Yeah, they get tossed in. There's still some options left. Braum is a good one. Thresh is a good one.
I would not be surprised if they went with Volibear again, honestly. I didn't think that it went that well, but pairing Volibear with Callista makes more sense than what last game was. But they go Thresh instead.
I would agree that Callista Volibear would make more sense than what we saw in the last game, but I like the Thresh pick here.
Well, I mean, White Wolf has always done somewhat unorthodox team comps. It's kind of like their thing. So, we'll see. Callista, not the most common. Ooh, Jax. Nice. But once again, only one real tank in the top lane. So, we'll see how that goes. Healing will definitely be very useful with this Soraka.
And we'll see how Jax builds, how probably builds Jax. But normally I think Jax starts out with like 2 items of damage and then tank from there. So he is a pseudo frontline if the game goes beyond 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he'll be a brawler, for sure. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, we saw Nocturne ripping through brawlers that didn't build tanky with that Tryndamere earlier. So we'll have to see if Prowler learns from that. But yeah, Lux, Orianna mid. We know Lismachus likes Orianna because she's more of a defensive option. So definitely useful against someone who can get as high burst as Lux. This Shen will be very interesting. I'm wondering if they're going to do hijink combos like Shen ult on Thresh, throw Thresh, Thresh and Shen.
Or Shenning a Nocturne who's doing his ult.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun opportunities here for this Shen, and we'll see if Baconlicious could take advantage of it. But I mean, on the other hand, Great Beard of Odin's Nautilus is terrifying. And not just because he's 1,000 feet tall.
Definitely more team focus coming out of option 12, which is playing to their strength. But I would say a little bit less this time around. We've got a Jax who might consider split pushing. With the strength of a global is that you don't necessarily have to be standing right next to each other. So I'm curious to see if they just if option 12 just runs it as a straight team fight, or if they take it more.
I am very interested to see how option 12's team fighting is going to work. Not that they don't have team fighting abilities, but just how well their abilities are going to stack. Like, Nautilus can snare somebody or knock somebody up, then Jax jumps on them and stuns them, then Soraka silences and snares them. If you get grabbed by these guys, you are not living.
Yeah, exactly. It's a solid pick comp, almost as much as it is a team fighting comp. But I'm wondering how they're going to run that into White Wolf's comp, because White Wolf has a great split pushing, a great 1-3-1, a great pick and dive comp as well. So I think if I was White Wolf, I'd avoid the team fight, and then try to pick apart option 12. But option 12 has a decent 4-1 as well. So should be a great game.
Yeah, I mean, option 12 has a team comp where they can actually probably force the team fight if they need to. If White Wolf tries to 4-1, depending on how fed the Jax is, the Jax can probably solo whoever is trying to split push, which will most likely be either the Nocturne or the Shen. So if Prowler gets some kills under his belt, I think this Jax is going to be a terror that White Wolf will have to find a way to deal with.
Exactly, and that's what we said about his Nocturne last game, and that's exactly what happened. So we'll see what he can pull off this time around.
I am interested to see how well Nocturne's going to do with that spell shield, though. A lot of opportunities to spell shield, sniping, spell shield, Nautilus's ult, assuming Nautilus targets him, which I don't think he should do. So we'll see if that works. Actually, a lot of targets that don't necessarily work for Nautilus here. Both Thresh and Nocturne most likely will have ways out of it. Thresh with his spell shield, Callista with her ult to save Thresh, assuming she binds with Thresh, which you do.
Right. And even then, if someone gets caught out by it, there's always a Shen ult and a Thresh Lantern. There's ways to get out of it.
So we'll see where it goes. Last game of the night. White Wolf, can you pull through? We'll see if your skins pull through in the Nero skin challenge.
Yeah, White Wolf is packing a team with a lot of great skins, so I'm high hopes before my screen loads.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe a Nocturne skin would have been good, but
That's a new Surgeon Shen's graphic. I haven't seen that one before. I mean, I'm sure it's old, but I never seen anyone play Surgeon Shen.
I like Surgeon Shen a lot.
I do like. I haven't seen the High Noon Thresh in action yet, so that's nice. I don't know. I mean, I kind of want to give it to option 12, if only because.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just gonna say I have a strong dislike for Surgeon Shen. Just like an emotionally strong dislike of it.
It triggers you.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm also gonna give it to option 12, but this one was very, very close. I like the Surgeon Shen personally. But.
Alright. Well, we'll see what we can see here. Ace, if you're gonna keep playing Caitlyn, you gotta get a skin for it, or else we'll keep giving you crap. So we'll see what happens. Make sure the time controls are at the right place. Oh, actually, was a little far behind there, but that's fine. We got it now.
Don't forget to flip the 2.
Oh my god, I forgot completely. Jungle Orianna, that's what we're doing. Alright. So, Great Beard of Odin I'm assuming that's Great Beard of Odin, helpfully pinging where the objective is. As he does. Specifically to mess with us. Alright.
Kind of reminded me of StarCraft 2 or Warcraft 3, which is kind of where its roots come from. But
gotta get that. Well, I mean, if it was like that, it'd be like, I can't actually click that fast. They don't let me.
Yeah, right.
In these days, they call that ping spamming. It's not allowed. All right. So junglers are starting about as you expect.
Big leashes in both cases. As a jungler, that makes me smile.
Not to mention these aren't the tankiest jungles in the world, so they need all the health they can get.
Yeah, exactly.
Primed and Lismachus already trading blows pretty hard here. Fighting about who's got the better skin. Top lane, Odin and Baconlicious. Also kind of going at Baconlicious a little bit tankier. Ashway going really far forward, but does land that comet, so it's all worth it.
Heals up any damage that she would have taken. Ooh, a collapse on Nocturne here. Early roam from Lice.
Prowler does have Counter-Strike available, but he did not take his jump, so he's not able to land that stun.
Hey, he baited out the flash, though. I would call that a win.
No, absolutely. Probably because he was just paranoid about getting jumped.
Ha Oh.
Yeah, that was good. The 3 people who got that, I appreciate you.
Ooh, Spicy that meme still in red buff right off the bat. Looks like Prowler's en route, so this might get spicy.
This is another thing that they should kind of predict. Spicy Hat Meme tried this before, but instead Prowler is just kind of going around here. They could get him here. No.
Oh, for a second I thought he was going to counter steal.
Right, I was leaning that way too, but Meme is actually going to get spied here.
And gets the smite. Oh no, that's actually really bad for Prowler.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Not going too good for Prowler so far. Had some opportunities. Ooh, Lismachus gets some hits in as well. Primed in, finally caught up. Head in mana and health. Arcane Soda a little low, taking some pokes from Ashway. That nice, nice Comet harass. Alright. So top lane's going all right for option 12 here, up a couple CS. Lismachus having to go back will give Primed a chance to get further ahead. Blows the teleport to get back to lane. Arcane Soda at about a 3rd health right now. Taking a lot of damage from this constant harass. Ace a little low on mana. Ooh, hook just barely misses. Snags that minion instead.
As a spectator, I'm always kind of rooting for the underdog, and so since Arcane Soda is so far behind, I was like, "Oh no, you got him with the hook! Oh no!"
Well, fresh hooks are always nice to see.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks as though Prowler might be trying to gank here. I'm not sure that's the best idea. I don't know if either of them have the damage quite yet, but the double double stun, double lockdown might help out here. Shen, of course, does have his dash. Good stun there, though. Get some damage at least.
Yeah, knock him down to third. Make him scared to push up in the lane again.
Nocturne gets spotted here. Ace flashes an interesting direction to avoid that hook, but does manage to get out of it. Knocks self away. Gets flayed, dies here. Alright.
All in all, really well done by White Wolf to secure that. There was a nice lantern in there. Secured it with just enough damage, even through Ashway's healing. It was pretty close, actually.
Yeah, it was definitely very close. Did get both of Amaya's summoners from that as well. So they invested a lot, but they did get first blood on the correct person even. Callista got it. So all good news for White Wolf this early stage in the game. Spicy Hot Meme is getting close to level 5, which means close to level 6, which means time for more Nocturne hijinks soon. Great Beard of Odin, pretty low on mana. Always an issue when you're up against a Shen or any ninja character. Oh, Odin hit 6. Spicy Hot Meme wait in the bush, totally spotted though. Both mid laners are also at 6, so Primedin can do his combo now, which Osmakis may not be prepared for. See what happens. Cloud Drake is available. Ace level 4, just hits level 5. Ashway close to level 5 as well.
Nice hook on Ace.
We'll see if he... Yeah, just a little poke here and there. Oh, that trap should have gone off. Ace a little mad about that, I'm sure.
Yeah, that was a weird interaction.
Great Beard of Odin rotating a little bit. Gonna run into this Spicy Hot Meme here. Alright, Shen goes back first, giving Nocturne a chance to farm a little bit more. Or not Nocturne, Nautilus. Too many ends.
Oh no, and...
Oh, missed it.
As fast as it happened, as fast as it started, it ended. Nocturne did a nice wraparound gank. Primedin landed the snare. That was pretty much all there was to it.
Yeah, laser helped too, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, another hook. Ashway's got to stop. Ashway and Ace have got to stop falling for that. That's twice now. One of these times is going to be someone there to follow up.
Yeah, it's not too long until Callista gets online. I think she has a decent 1 and 2 item power spike.
Here comes Nocturne. Ace is going to put a ward. Gets paranoid. Taking a lot of damage here. Not going to get any heals. Oh, here comes Jax though. There
and
is
a
a
Shen ult as well.
Oh, and it gets Ashway. Oh no.
That was that was a great collapse. Perfectly using that Shen ult and Nocturne ult to get in position to secure this Drake. I think that was their objective the whole time. Another hook on Prowler.
Yeah. Good jump in though there. Laser does finish off Jax. Oh no, didn't quite hit Jax there.
This team White Wolf has taken their loss from game 1 and come back with a vengeance. They are out for blood.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Ace that he got caught just because he was going to go place a ward. Hadn't been that overconfident, he wouldn't have gotten picked off, and most of that would not have happened. So we're at a 2.5k gold lead, and these rotations are now going to get even better because White Wolf managed to grab that Drake. So we'll see what happens. Good hits there. We do have Great Beard of Odin to go back to buy as well, so both he and Shen now are about equivalent in builds. Ashway takes out the ward there.
And in fact, Speaking of the lead that Team White Wolf is trying to amass, they've managed to put 4 of the 5 total kills on Callista. That's going to be a huge Callista in no time at all.
Yeah, already 1,000 gold up. And that's before 10 minutes. That is very significant, especially because Ace is not, I mean, 2 kills there. Two deaths there. Granted, does have more CS, but here we are. Okay, so this is a jungle fight now. Prowler sees this and is coming to try to help. Great Beard of Odin needs to ult, gets on the Shen. They do a Paranoid to try to get out here. This could be a double kill, actually. We'll see if they're able to pull this off. Rather than going after the Shen, they probably should have trusted that Prowler could handle that himself. Meanwhile,
yeah,
Ashway is in a lot of trouble. Ashway gets away, almost gets away. Ace in a lot of trouble as well. Snipe is good there, but Maya-chan blocks it. Alright, so 1 for 1. Finally, option 12 does get on the board, though. Here comes Prowler. Is spotted, so decides to take out this ward instead.
Yeah, a lot just happened. One thing that I would say about the fight that happened in top lane is, given that that the Jax is on the wrong side of the match, of the side, I think the Nocturne could have ulted on the Shin safely. But that's if I remember it right. Nice 1-for-1 trade. This match is certainly off to the races.
Well, I mean, Nocturne I don't think can ult his own team.
Oh, did I have that backwards?
Yeah. Oh, Great Bear Odin's in a lot of trouble here. Does Flash try to get away. Fear helps him as well, going further that direction, but he just does not have the durability yet to survive Spicy Hot Meme.
I'm surprised that nothing was up.
Counter vengeance. Here comes Prowler, though, going for this first turret. Doesn't actually need to be there, though.
Right. Yeah, able to secure it, and his presence may have been needed, so I think it's wise to show up.
Alright, Lismakis might be in a little bit of trouble here, rather far forward. No ward to spot out Spicy Hot Meme. Ping's already calling out. Backing off now. May not get snared, does not get snared. Laser Beam would still be a big factor here. Here comes a sneaky teleport. I don't know if that's necessarily necessary, but Baconlicious is pretty low. Great Beard of Odin does not have ult quite yet, so Baconlicious is going to get away. Oh, good hook there, though. Ult may not be enough. Nope, Odin is not angry enough to dive for it. Right.
Non-stop action across the entire map over the last couple of minutes here, man. This is insane.
Well, like you were saying, option 12 likes to set the tempo for the game, so now the tempo's getting away from them, and they need to do what they can to get it back.
Yeah, exactly, and they need to do it now before they're behind by too much.
Oh, Nocturne and Prowler are both spotted here. Prowler jumps on Primin, who gets ulted. And Prowler's going to go down here. This is the power of this Shen. In the last game, they were able to take advantage of the fact that they were catching players who were alone, players who were vulnerable, and there was no real way to support them. But Baconlicious now has the ability to do just that. And sure, they're going to get another turret up here, but they're down... Well, we'll see what happens when this turret goes down. They're down 2.6, and all the momentum is on this team. 5 kills on this Callista. They're going to keep pushing. Callista is alone in the bot lane, so as good as Callista's kills are, that her 5,000 gold is not there right now. Ooh, trying to lantern in this Shen. Alright, Lismakis coming down here to apply pressure onto Arcane Soda. Does manage to clear out the minions. Jack split pushing in mid lane. Probably won't be able to take out this turret very much, though. Lismakis is getting really forward. I don't know if you want to get that far forward against... Oh, well, that's some decent damage, though. Ball is life. Ball knows what it's doing.
Right. And so does Lice. Lice knows what he's about.
Well, we'll see. Callista's not... Okay, this is an interesting play by option 12. I don't know if I agree with this. Granted, having... Yeah, there comes that hook. Jax gets taken out. Big root, big snare there. Ace is in the back line, though. Does get jumped on immediately. Big laser actually does not take out Ace. Spicy Hot Meme trying to jump on. Ashray might take out Spicy Hot Meme. Let's see here. One more auto. Does take him out, but at what cost? Amaya-chan, very low. Everyone's dead except Lismakis.
And Lismakis wins the 1v1. So a great shutdown by White Wolf, but there is a bit of silver lining if you're an Option 12 fan.
Yeah, a little bit, but now they're going to get the Herald here, which will help with their pushing, because they're the only thing White Wolf is behind in currently is towers. Where's that Karth Assault, guys? It's right here. It's waiting for you. That's 2 Karth Assaults that have been missed so far for this game already. Alright, whatever. Another Cloud Drake is up.
Interesting that White Wolf has managed to put together a respectable lead, especially in the kill department, and they still have a ton of turrets left to take, which is only going to increase their lead if they're able to capitalize on it.
Spicy Hat Meme sees this. Not sure if they'll be able to contest. Can try to do a cute steal though. Paranoia is not up for another 20 seconds, so can't do that kind of a steal. Ace is rotating here. Flash is not available either, so they just get it. Alright, so 1 Drake apiece. Prowler got to be a little careful here. That hook is ready and rolling. Or lasso, I suppose. Alright, so they're going to try to push mid. Who has... Okay, Shen has the Herald and is trying to split push, which obviously is the best choice. Great Brave Odin taking a few tower shots there. Jack's coming to intercept. Might cancel this, actually, if he gets on him now.
Oh no.
Does cancel it. Excellent. Good job there. Paranoia in the mid lane. Ace in a lot of trouble. Manages to survive almost. But they do pick him off 1 for 1 so far. Flash there from Arcane Soda. Move by Great Brave Odin to stop it. Alright, so 1 for 1 again. But good job by Prowler stopping that. Prowler pretty weak, actually. I wonder if the Shen could take him.
I think there's a solid chance. Baconlicious has itemized into Sunfire Cape, so he's got a decent amount of passive damage and is also going to make an already weak Prowler do even less damage to him. So
it's also interesting how both Jax and Shen have that immune to physical damage ability. So they'll both just be kind of swinging at thin air for at least part of that fight.
Right, and normally one of them could use it to gain an advantage, but it just sort of cancels each other out.
So we'll see what happens in that. It's 2.5 lead. Snipe there, doesn't do too much, just kind of puts them on notice. Ooh, good Q though. Ace trying to hot step here as much as possible. Nocturne and Shen both split pushing. Nocturne little more vulnerable than the Shen is for obvious reasons. Looks like there's some rotations to stop this Nocturne. Bot turret is destroyed. And Baconlicious will not push his luck anymore and just goes back. Alright, so a lot of pings on the map trying to formulate some kind of strategy here. Wards are not the greatest. They seem pretty evenly spread out. This Mach is almost caught there. Amaya waiting in the wings here. Doesn't go for the hook though. Ace farming up what Shen pushed out in the bot lane. And Prowler continuing to farm up as well. So 2 towers to 2 towers. Gold lead is now 30k. Or 3k, rather. Yeah. Infernal has finally showed up again. So that'll be a big boon to either team. Option 12 would especially like it, though, to get some momentum.
Yeah, the long drought is finally over.
We'll see what happens. All it takes is one Thresh Hook is going to really ruin Option 12's day here. Or a Snare. Alright, so Ace gets grabbed, but Prowler takes out Arcane Soda. That's a lot of gold off the board. I'm surprised. Lux Laser is down. That's why there wasn't a big play to delete Ace there. Oh.
That could have been real bad.
Alright, so they're trying to take out this turret. Good AoE damage helping stop it, though. A lot of traps. Ooh, Ace takes a... There's the laser. Ace in a lot of trouble. There's the ultimate. Ace snipes. Doesn't quite manage to get any kills off of it, though. Lux has little health and less mana. Thresh going back, too, actually. This could help them get this turret. Big minion wave here. Alright, so everyone goes back. They do get the turret. Baron up in 1 minute and 15 seconds. Option 12's got to get a ward on it. Taking out some control wards, that's good. Drop a ward here, Prowler. Drop a ward. Nope, okay.
He's probably doing what I do every time I play Lee Sin. Is I need that word to jump. I can't put it down to check Baron.
Alright, big minion wave here in the bot lane. Spicy Hat Meme's going for it. There is some concern about Prowler's safety in the top lane, and since no one's dropped a ward, they have no way to tell. But Prowler's willing to risk it, and he makes the right call here, as no one's actually coming up to face him.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, right?
Yeah. I can ask God to get lucky about that. Alright. Big damage coming out of Primed in here. Almost able to one-shot waves. Lismachus and Great Beard of Odin moving up. Ashway in reserve. Ashway pretty low level still, only level 8. Gotta get involved in a little more XP soaking there. Though Amaya is also only level 9. Ooh, big hook, though no one is there to follow up. Shield on the... oh, Spicy Hat Meme takes out Ace. Missed that. That was a one-on-one. Spicy Hat Meme took no damage there at all.
Yeah, sorry, Ace. I'm going to keep doing that apparently. Ace did flash and heal to try to survive, but Spicy Hat Meme did not even hesitate for a second to flash over and finish up the kill.
Oh, big play there. That's a dead Primedon. A lot of ults blown to do it, but that's totally worth it for them. Jumping on Baconlicious now, who dashes through the wall. Good job to get away there, but I mean, with Primedon dead, Callista out of position, option 12 has no threats. Or option 12 has no fears of any threats.
Yeah, I think what's going wrong here is that Arcane Soda is catching all that side farm, doing a great job of getting ahead, sure, but right now Arcane Soda really needs to be using his lead to power his team and get some objectives and fight together as opposed to separate.
Alright, this is going to be a fight that probably decides which direction the game goes here. Spicy Hat Meme's ultimate is not available. He actually is going back. That's an interesting choice. Option 12 needs to start this dragon right now, pull it out, and get it done before Shen and Nocturne get into position. They do pull it out. Spicy Hat Meme is coming as fast as he can. Arcane Soda's thinking about trying to steal it. Might throw a Maya-Chan in there, though. Maya-Chan is very weak. Dragon gets taken down, no question. Nice try to steal it by Arcane Soda, though. Just a second too late. I don't know if the pixels would have been in his favor either. But it doesn't matter. So Infernal will help out option 12 quite a lot.
And yet again, we see the tempo change pay off that option 12 loves to do. In this case, it was they changed the momentum from losing to winning, and they're still a little bit behind, but they're certainly catching up. And then if things continue as they are, it won't be long until they're in control of the game.
I don't know. I think part of the reason they were able to get ahead there was just some really interesting decision making from White Wolf. The fact that they all decided to go back rather than trying to contest that dragon. If I were Spicy Hat Meme, I would have stayed there. Obviously, oh, big laser. This is going to be a real problem. Jump in from the Nocturne. Ace is still alive, though, which is going to help quite a lot. The heal comes in. They take out... Ace is the only one who's still alive. Wait, where is Lismachus? Lismachus, unfortunately, teleported top just as this happened. That's a questionable play. Ace is alone holding this turret. Primedon trying to get some snares. But they're A, lack of minion wave, and B, just respecting Ace's damage enough. Ace is doing what Gotta Get Lucky did last week. Snaring, oh, that's a good taunt, though. That's going to be a problem there. Big play by Lismachus, try to grab that out, but the turret on Baconlicious the whole time. Maya might go down here. Nope, gets out with 66 hit points. Yeah, those
and that's what I get for saying something. Sorry, option 12 caster curse is real, but man, that was a excellent dive. That was a really good team fight out of White Wolf. They didn't want to let the dragon go unpunished.
Yeah, and it was definitely fueled by Lismachus deciding to go top as opposed to staying with his team. Because suddenly it was a 4v5 and all they needed was one good snare and a laser beam, and there you go.
Yeah, Orianna ult during that fight would have changed the whole thing completely, so it was absolutely a requirement.
Okay, Prowler, I thought Prowler was about to start Baron there, but wisely does not. They do know Primedon's there. Ace is going to farm a little bit more, checking gold scores. 3,000 gold ADC advantage currently on Arcane Soda.
For sure, Arcane Soda has a huge lead over Ace. 6 kills, 40 CS. It's just a matter of how Arcane Soda applies that lead now. That's what we need to track for him.
Yeah, we'll have to see. He has been rather out of position in several fights as well. Lots of people have been out of position in these couple of engagements. Here's Marcus going top. Arcane Soda being cross-map farming some more. Ace has been actually further back this game, probably because they are so far behind. Prowler has got to be very careful here. He is by his team, but he is also spotted. He knows it. You should know it at least. Watch this snare, guys. It's a big team laser potential here. Primedin holds it.
Ace probably leading the charge.
Alright, let's see what happens here. The lack of durability is also really hurting them. The fact that Great Beard of Odin is the only tank means that when your whole team gets hit by the laser, that's that much less of a team that you have. Oh, Ace getting a little far forward there. Let's see what happens. Paranoia is available. Spicy Hot Meme is definitely going to jump in on Ace or Ashway the second he gets the chance. I think they see Spicy Hot Meme, so they know he's kind of lurking there. I might back off a little bit here. Or if I was Ashway, I might heal Prowler a little bit. There's the hook on Prowler, just kind of sitting there. They go in on Prowler. Here comes the jump directly onto Ace. Big laser beam on the entire team. Fortunately, Ashway decided to ult just then. Ace is currently unmolested in the back line, focusing a little bit on Ash. The Thresh goes down. Primedin kills Jax. Ace is, they're ignoring the Shen, and wisely so. Shut down there. They can't flash to follow. Ashway incredibly low. Primedin and Baconlicious are the only ones to survive, and they're going to push for this.
And that was a massive laser. I think it hit all four or five members of Option 12. A couple of them flashed away and still got hit. What really saved that fight for Option 12 was Lyce's counter-engage Ori ultimate to buy a couple of seconds during the middle of that CC, and I think it absolutely changed the pace of that fight.
Great Beard of Odin getting a bunch of shields there to try to take out this turret. Unfortunately, it's not quite enough, and he has to fall back. Ace trying to help, but at this point, you guys got to get out of there because you don't want to get picked off by a Maya-chan here. Yeah, Ashway's ult was also impeccably timed there as well. Hey.
Yeah, I missed it in all the noise, but I'm sure it was absolutely critical.
Prowler continuing to de-ward. Ashway helping as well. Alright, so gold lead is still about 4k, give or take. Actually 5 now. Ace trying to clear up this crab, setting up for another Cloud Drake in 23 seconds. We'll see if this one's also a pretty big fight. Maybe White Wolf has learned from the last one. Get into a little bit of a better position this time. Yeah, that's a dead Jax. You guys are too far behind to do greedy stuff like that, probably.
I know that I personally, when I'm behind like that, I'm always tempted to do that kind of thing because how else are you going to get ahead, right, if you can't still farm? But you are absolutely correct. That was far too aggressive of a play.
Oh, and they're going for it now because they're 1-up.
And
Not a bad idea, but Spicy Hot Meme's tanking. Here comes the snipe. Blocked. Here comes the teleport from Baconlicious. 5v4. Ace wisely falls back. Should have put down more traps. Does dodge the... Yeah, if I were Ace, I would put some traps like right here. Make sure to block off that escape line. But they do manage to force him off Baron, and Prowler is back up.
Yeah, and then, weirdly enough, White Wolf actually spent more to make that happen than they got out of Option 12, so that absolutely worked out in the favor of Option 12.
Great Beard of Odin almost at 3,000 health. Shen 400 below that, so the tankiness is still with Option 12 here. What's Thresh at? Thresh isn't even at 2,000. Alright. So, another ping. Wanting to go back to Baron. That's an interesting choice. Prowler hopefully does not knock himself into that pit. He does not. He is spotted, though. And they are spotting that they're going back into this. Now, Option 12 is completely out of position. They know that this is happening, but they are taking Dragon right now. Fortunately for them, it doesn't seem as though White Wolf has a lot of damage. They're going to try to run back here. Cloud Drake will help them, but I don't think they're going to get there in time. Spicy Hot Meme has bought Archangel, so they will be able to get that done. Redemption comes in to counter it. 2,000 health, 1,000. All right, they have Baron. Here comes the ult to try to help with the escape. Jumps directly onto Prowler, but he does have the counter strike, so he helps out with that. Spicy Hot Meme pretty low. Jumping in, big laser onto Ace, but Ace has some durability on it. But Nautilus dies as well. Ace is going to get picked off here, does manage to pop the Guardian Angel, and that is everyone dead except Lismachus. No one lost from White Wolf.
That was a crazy fight. I can't believe that it went 5-4, or 0-4 rather. In that fight, to add insult to injury, no one on White Wolf lost Baron. That was a really well executed fight by Team White Wolf.
Yeah, they did get the Archangels, but you know, whatever. So we are at the death point here, past that 7K threshold. We will see if Option 12 can stage a comeback here. It seems unlikely. Next turret goes down. Here goes all that extra turret gold that you were talking about before. So we'll see what happens. This push is going to be pretty severe, though, I think. So we'll see where it goes with this. I think that there is potential for Option 12 to come back, but it's getting less by the minute here.
Yeah, it depends on how well they can weather this Baron. If it was another team fight like they just lost, that is definitely going to be a game over, Baron or not. But even a couple players down now at this stage of the game with the Baron buff active could be the end of it.
I mean, here's the question about how that played out. You're in this situation, you're down by as much as you are. Your opponents already went Baron once. Do you commit to that dragon or not?
I think what happened is that Option 12 got cut out in the rotation, and the decision to go get Dragon back and then try to make it to Baron is a bit risky, but when you are that far behind, you do have to make plays like that. For a Cloud Drake, I don't know that I would have personally, but I do understand the logic behind it, and I think it was a fine call.
Oh yeah, absolutely there was logic there. Prowler gets caught out, Spicy Hot Meme going in. Good stun there. Hook misses. Lismachus is definitely going to get caught out here, though. Good ult would work, though. All right. Doesn't do that much damage. Lismachus nowhere near as fast as he needs to be. That's a team laser. That's a dead team, and that's going to be game, I'm sure.
Right. White Wolf, all they have to do now is just march these minions down, put the Baron buff on them, and that's going to be that.
All right, so White Wolf getting their first win against Option 12. Option 12 no longer being the undefeated team in the LCUS. And a good turnaround from game one. I think durability and lane presence was a big factor in this. Obviously, when you ban out every champion that Great Beard of Odin plays, there is going to be some negativity there. But
and for the first time in however many splits, I think 3 of them, this White Wolf is able to secure their first win against Option 12.
Yep. May have mentioned that. All right, excellent. Check out that score screen here. Go to some advanced details. Graphs. Yeah, look at that. That's that Lux damage. Absolutely insane. Those multi-team lasers over and over and over again. Just really cleaned house. And I mean, you know, the durability was a factor, I would say, for sure. The fact that Sion was able to keep top lane focused on him in game number 1, keep Baconlicious up there, was able to make a great deal of effort. But there we are. There it is. All right. So we may have an interview here. We have Arcane Soda in the interview room, so let's pop over there. Hey, Soda, congratulations.
Thank you.
So, before we talk about the game you won, what was up with the bear? Tell me about the bear.
Well, we've had some pretty good results in practice with it, so we wanted to bring it out kind of as like a surprise pick, but we didn't play the lane the way we needed to for it to work out, and then we couldn't really get any footing for game one. So
Hmm.
excellent play by option 12 there. They kept everything from us that game.
Yeah, absolutely. So how'd you guys bring it back after that game one? Just kind of went more back to basics, or what was your thoughts going into the picks?
I felt like I was sacrificing too much in lane, so I decided to go with a more aggressive pick than like the late scaling Jinx. I went with Callista, who's kind of always been kind of lower tier, but always a really strong early game pick.
Hmm.
So we went with that, and Callista Thresh is just a really good lane. So we were able to get a couple early kills that kind of helped get the ball rolling.
Yeah, that Shen did a lot for you guys too. Lot of
Yeah, he had a lot of great ults that saved me, saved some fights early mid, and kind of helped us establish that lead that we were able to keep pressing.
You got anything there, Truffle?
The bear and the turnaround in game one were my first two questions, so I'm trying to come up with a third one now. But I love that you went with an early game pick, even if it isn't the strongest champion 6 items in. I love the Callista pick. Tell me about game one. What went wrong early on in game one?
I felt like I was personally playing a little too sheepish in lane, so I was giving up a lot of pressure. They were getting a lot of chip damage on the tower, and uh, I was out of position a couple times, and I got a few good early kills. So we kind of lost lane priority there, and they were able to focus their jungle on top and mid and kind of help those lanes out. So um, we did what we could to try to slow down the game, but they just kept the gas pedal to the floor, so we couldn't really find a footing, make our way back in.
Perfect, and then the early game champion makes perfect sense with that in mind. So that thank you. That makes a lot of sense to me. That's all I have. Keno, do you have anything else?
No, I think that's it. Yeah, congratulations on the win. Congratulations locking that down, and good luck in the coming weeks.
I do just want to throw a quick shout out to our mid laner as well. He did a very good job in that last game, especially with some of those really huge Lux lasers that
Oh yeah.
so you guys saw the one at the end of the game. That was just that felt bad to rewatch.
and you were on that team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the damage numbers at the end, the graph that we pulled up kind of spoke for itself there. Out damaged literally everyone else in the game by a wide margin.
It was a really impressive show.
All right. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Luck wins games. Yeah. 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 You have a good night, Arcane Soda. Thanks for taking the time.
Thanks, you too.
All right. So that wraps up week 2 here in the LCUS. Lot of 2-0s. Did get that 1-1 at the end though, so always nice to see a bit of a split up there. Um, Not sure if we're gonna be able to get a score screen here, but that's fine. I can actually pull up the old one. One moment. So the people who run this sort of thing are now yelling at me like, "Hey, hold on, we'll get there." All right, open. Okay, so option 12 will be at 4 points now. Blitzkrieg winning both of their games will also be at 4 points. 9 lives managing to 2-0 as well will also be at 4 points. So we'll have a three-way tie at 4 points. And then Gale Force and Phoenix both stuck at 0 points, and White Wolf Gaming will be at 2. So it'll be 4-4-2-1-0-0. So that'll be what we're looking forward to see how those fours manage to shake up next week. See if Phoenix and Gale Force can climb out of the hole they've dug themselves into. And yeah, that's all I got for me. Anything from you, Travel?
Nothing. The only thing I want to add is that I hope everyone has a good night, and it's been a blast casting.
Yep. Everyone have a great night. Shout out once again to our sponsors, and see you all next week. Tune in for Let's Talk About League and our other podcast features, and check out Facebook and the Reddit page for more. Have a good night.